Good evening to my folks. It's Monday night, and what do we do on Monday night? We do Urban Sentinel Live. I apologize for us being a little late. We had a few technical difficulties, but we're here. We're here. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know on the East Coast we're still dealing with a little snow, freezing rain, and sleet and stuff like that, but hey, it's still a good day. Tonight, I have with me, and I'm hearing some feedback. Okay, one of those things. But I have with me tonight Natalie Bullock. How you
Yes.
doing tonight, Natalie?
I'm doing great. How are you, sir?
Just fine, just fine. I'm a little tongue tied. I don't know why I'm like that tonight and everything. Natalie is a transformation coach. I tell you, she's transforming people's lives, making them better, getting into the wellness thing. That's a good thing. Like I said on the promo I did today, at my age, I can use some transformation and some wellness in my life, to do the right things, because a lot of times you don't pay attention to your body or what you're doing and how you're taking care of yourself. So I think that's a good thing. So, Natalie, what you been up to?
I've been up to everything. I recently opened up a wellness center in August of 2020. So I
Mm-hmm.
have been busy building the business, TRIUNE Transformations, Mind, Body, and Soul, where we help our clients come into alignment with the total man. So I've been busy building the business. I've been busy working on my own personal transformations. I've been busy being a mother of five.
Mm.
So I've been really busy.
You've been really busy. I tell you, okay, you've been really busy. All right, all right, all
I've
right.
been busy.
Well, look, now let me ask you a question. Do you have any other device that's on? Do you have your? If you
I
have, can
have
you turn
my
it down? Some?
laptop.
Yeah, you on your laptop now? What are you on now? Laptop?
No, I'm on my phone now. It was just easier to go into the email. I don't have
Oh,
anything
okay,
else on. No.
okay, but you don't have that. Okay, we're trying to figure out where the feedback coming from.
Let me try to get my laptop.
Okay,
I'll I'll um I'll try to get this up and going.
okay. Well, we can go ahead and talk while you're doing that. Now, how did you get into coaching on the level you're coaching there in the area of wellness?
Well, to be honest with you, I've been a hairstylist. I am still a hairstylist. I've been a
Hmm.
hairstylist for 20 years. I've owned
Okay.
a salon, and I'm still doing hair. And what I've realized is that for 20 years, I've been doing more than just hair. I've been actually coaching and mentoring, right, through spiritual
Mhm.
practices and biblical principles. And I decided, well, God decided for me and I heeded, but that wellness is something, a journey that He took me through. Growing up as a Christian, I've seen so much in the church. I've
Mhm.
seen just so many things happen, but I've realized that so many people wasn't well. So many people loved God and served God, but just wasn't well internally. And as God began to transform me internally, it's something I just wanted to offer to the world. And so after being a hairstylist and coaching people and mentoring people, I figured why not make this a career, a job?
Okay. You don't have to go on the laptop. I think it's sounding better now. We'll just go ahead and stick with it. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. It's a little bit, but we'll get back. But look, now where are you located at? What city are you located in?
I'm in Linden, New Jersey.
Oh, you're in Lincoln, so you're on the East Coast. Y'all snowed in up there right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
we snowed in up here. Oh
yeah,
gosh.
we had a little something down here. Not as much as I thought. I couldn't get my snow blower out, but hey, it is what it is. So look, tell me about your coaching brand, your book. She Speaks: The Secret Sin, Confessions of a Church Girl. Tell me about that.
Well, the She Speaks is my brand. I got that
Okay.
because I understand the power of a voice, right? The power of speaking, the power of declaring, the power of affirmations. So as a coach, that's something that I really try to instill in my clients, that there is so much power in speaking and affirming and declaring. So that's the brand name, She Speaks. But my book, The Secret Sin Confessions of a Church Girl, that's a book that was published in 2016. Like I said, I was born and raised as a church girl. There was a lot of topics that I feel like was hidden. And one of them was abortion. I feel like abortion was never talked about. I've been in church all of my life and I've never heard it discussed. And because it's part of my testimony and part of, something that I experienced, it's something I wanted to share with the world, with other women, how that even if we go through different things, how God can heal and even after abortion.
Well, that's now what you're saying is very true. I think the church has looked at sex, quotation sex, a broader picture of it as a taboo in the church, especially in the Black church, and they have failed to talk about it. Now, what I've done, I was part of a Bible study for a while back during the fall, where a pastor in Alexandria, Virginia, African Free Baptist Church, he did about a 4 or 5 week Bible study dealing with sex in the church. And he was the first pastor I had heard teach on that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a boat we've been missing in the church, but we have looked at it in the Black church as being a taboo, being a taboo, something that we refuse to talk about. So I applaud you for, going out there and talking about your journey, and not being afraid to talk about your journey.
Absolutely.
So that's
I
a good
believe that
thing.
it's our journey. It's our journey that helps others. It's our journey that actually transforms others. And so I'm willing to be the vessel,
Amen. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. So tell me about the coaching programs that you have that are available, and tell me something about each one.
Okay, so right now we have a program for teens. It's called Tea with Teens, and it's just it's a group coaching session where we meet once a month, and we just help teenagers and young adults kind of navigate through their identity, navigate through self-discovery. Right, I think that a lot of our teenagers are living in a major identity crisis, and they just need someone to coach them and mentor them and help them to navigate on their purpose and self-discovery and being comfortable with who they are, in their skin, in their hair texture, whatever that may look like, their spirituality, whatever that looks like, just kind of being comfortable with that. So we do have that. We also have something that I like to call the P program. It's called the P program, and it's a 6-week program, and it takes the clients from pain to purpose. So in the P program, there's pain, there's the push, there's the pull, there's the potential, the possibilities, and then there's purpose. And so each week we kind of go through each one of those P's to get them to purpose. The push and the pull means, the pain pulls you as before the vision pushes you. So pain is usually the thing that is the driving force. But then once you get to a certain place in the road, then your vision, the vision that you see for your life, it starts to pull you closer. So that's another program that we have as well. And a few more things we have.
Okay. Now, what do you have for me, for the men? What do you have for us? Okay. How do you
So,
take care of the men?
well, you know what? I have not, to be honest, I have not come up with a strategy for men alone. But I do have a passion for families, right? And that entails the man, the woman, and the children. Because to be honest with you, when the leader is in alignment, which in my opinion is the man of the house, when the leader is alignment, then everyone else is in alignment. And so there are family coaching sessions just for the families to try to get everybody into alignment. I don't have anything specifically for men. But we do have fitness at the wellness center. We do have nutrition, and so those are some things that we do offer for the male species.
Right. But one of the things that bothers me, okay, this is me personally, okay. There's so many
Uh-huh.
things out there for the ladies, but I mean, men are hurting also. Men need some guidance also. I mean, we're not perfect, okay? We're
Yes.
not perfect by a long way. So we need to have that time that we can have somebody talk to us and coach us and make sure we're doing the right thing to be that leader in our household. Do you
I
hear me?
100%, I 100% agree with you, and I
Uh-huh.
do think that if we had more things for the men, then our family dynamics would be better. And so,
Mhm.
but I also think that it has to be strategic, right? I think that dealing with a man,
Mhm.
especially from a woman, you can't just go out there and be like, "Hey, man," it has to be strategic. And so that
Right.
is definitely something that I am taking note of and studying because I do
Mhm.
have a heart for the men as well.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, when you do the fitness portion, what does your fitness portion entail?
So right now it's a new studio. I'm not an instructor, but I have instructors there, and so it just entails. There is some extreme hip hop. There's some classes we have. There's personal trainers we have. It kind of is not. It's no specific class. It's no set class. It's we base
Mhm.
it on the client's needs, right? And so
Mhm.
depending on the goals, depending on what the client is looking for, we have different things in place for each client. Some people
Okay.
need the one-on-one personal training. Some people just like to, like to just
Mhm.
dance and feel like they're just having a good time and not really realizing that they're working out.
Mhm.
So we have different things for different people.
Okay. Now I'm from down south originally, and I love to eat, so eat
I could
everything
tell you
with
from down
to be
south.
on that table. Okay. So how have you been able to change the eating habits of your clients that come into the wellness portion of it as far as nutrition?
Well, two things. We do have a nutritionist that works with us. His name is Mike. He is a registered dietitian and a
Mhm.
nutritionist, and so he is there to help guide individuals on their journey. Right. Every like I said a minute ago, everybody's journey looks different. Some people want to lose weight. Some people want to gain weight. Some people, have the high blood pressure. Some people are suffering with diabetes, and so he kind of helps them navigate and put them on a plan in place for their nutrition. We also recently just coupled with a vendor, and we also offer meal plans now. And so every meal plan comes with nutritional value, it comes with ingredients, and so that you can kind of grab a meal to go as you're
Mhm.
in your busy schedule. Most people eat bad because we're just busy, right? We live in America and we're just
Mhm.
busy people. We just work, 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 work. And so these meal plans are really good and catered to people who have a busy lifestyle, but could just grab a meal, heat it up and take it with them for lunch, to work, wherever, and still eat healthy on the go.
Okay. Now, how has COVID affected you and what you do in your coaching uh, since March? How have you handled that as far as you know, getting it done?
Well, I opened the wellness center in the pandemic. So before the pandemic, before
Mhm.
August, I wasn't here with the
Oh,
wellness
okay.
center. I was in the hair salon. I owned a hair salon for the last 10 years. I worked as a stylist for over 20 years, but I owned a salon the last 10 years. So I was doing that. So I actually opened up the wellness center in the pandemic. And some would say that is crazy. Like, who would start a business in the middle of a pandemic? But I feel like this is when we need wellness the most. I've encouraged a lot of my wellness friends. I've encouraged a lot of fitness coaches who kind of got discouraged, people who own gyms and kind of got discouraged in this season. But I'm like, this is the time where we should arise. This is the time. This is not the time to draw back as a wellness coach. This is the time to press in because people are filled with anxiety. People are filled, people have been eating like crazy in the pandemic. People are filled with depression and oppression. And I think this is a good opportunity to just press in to help people.
Mhm. Now, one thing I've learned, and I tell people, that a lot of businesses have started during the downtime of this country, okay? When this country is taking a turn and slid downhill. So, I mean, you look at the technology arena. A lot of the tech businesses were started at a slow time in this country during a recession, things of that nature. That people were trying to find something to boost the income, put people back to work. So, I think even though this pandemic has been a pandemic that has taken a lot of people out, has a lot of people become sick. I still think it's a good time to pivot into something that you really enjoy doing and something that can really benefit the community. So kudos to you for doing that and for sticking with it and for making that turn. You know, I think that's great. I think that's great. So tell me, how do you balance being an entrepreneur, a transformation coach, and a mother of five? How do you do it?
So let me give you the spiritual answer first, and that's grace, right?
Okay.
I tell people, if you see me and you be like, "Oh my God, how do you?" It's all grace that you see, right? It's grace, right? And so I first always want to give honor to God because He is my
Mhm,
source, right? And so it's grace. But then
mhm,
number two, what I've learned is to teach my children that this is a family thing, right? This is a family business, and so in order to not allow my children to feel left out or feel like they're pushed to the side, I want them to learn the dynamics of entrepreneurship and owning and how much it takes to own and to change the world. And so what I have done in my home is to keep my children involved. It is
mhm,
not easy. I can't say that it's easy, but nothing that is worth having is easy. And sometimes I feel bad as a mom because I'm working a lot, but I'm happy and I'll be proud for my kids to see that if you work hard, you can get the things that you want in life. You can move mountains in the world, and you could change lives. And so that's the image that I want my children to have.
okay. Well, that mama is working hard. Okay, and I can say, you know, you're working hard. Now, one of our viewers and listeners who, uh, who enjoys this show, she said when we were talking about men, she said some men have too much pride. They don't think they need help, so men don't typically seek it. That is just a fact. You know, so she's saying we have a whole lot of pride, but I think men, like I said earlier, I think men, we got to take a step back and really look at how we approach even being coached, how we approach wellness and things of that nature. Because I have intentionally started doing some things this year as far as my eating habits are concerned that I haven't done in the past. And I think once you
Awesome.
realize that you're on the lower side of life, then on the upper side, you start doing things for longevity. You start really taking
Absolutely.
a stern look at your health. That's why I said, we'll take some advice from anybody who wants to coach us, to get us on the right foot.
Yeah, yeah. I
So.
do think that sometimes it's pride in men, but a lot of times I do think that sometimes men just need a safe place. I don't think that, especially men of color,
Hmm.
haven't really found a safe place in the environment or in the community or sometimes even in the family. And so
Hmm.
what I try to do with the men around me, and I mean that meaning brothers, meaning my sons, meaning romantic relationships, whoever,
Hmm.
try to create a safe place for men that they can feel vulnerable to get the help that they need. Because um, I mean, it is men who have a lot of pride, but a lot of times it's just not feeling safe, not feeling like they can
Hmm.
be vulnerable and say, "Hey, I need help." Because especially men in our community, they're taught to be strong. They're taught to have it together. They're taught not to cry. They're taught not to, and that pressure sometimes doesn't allow them a space to be vulnerable. And so
Hmm.
that's a space that I would love to create at the Wellness Center, a space for men to be vulnerable as well.
Yeah, yeah. And I agree. We need to. I mean, we need to. We try to have this. We put up this brick wall, like we all tough and everything. And at times we really need some help. That's why we see so many of us you know, dying and stuff because we just won't take the time to let that wall come down and listen to somebody with some good advice. So look, tell
Yeah.
me, okay, in the black community, there's a lot of concern when it comes to taking the COVID-19 vaccine. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
as a wellness transformation coach and wellness coach, what are your thoughts on the vaccine? How do you feel about the vaccine in the black community and blacks in particular taking? Since we are the ones, since our population is one of the populations that are taking a hard hit on.
Well, personally, right? So my personal opinion,
Hmm.
I prefer not to take the vaccine, right?
Hmm.
Because I believe that there are other avenues to wellness. I believe that we're not sure. We're not 100% sure of what this is, or we don't know much about it, right? And so I
Hmm.
think that in order to put anything in your body, whether it's food, whether it's a vaccine, whether it's medicine, there should be some extensive research done on what we're taking. And I don't believe we have done that. However, I think it's to each his own, right? I cannot make that judgment call on people's personal beliefs or personal feelings about it. There are
Hmm.
people who are working in hospitals. There are people who are working all around people trying to help others. There are people who've witnessed so much death. And for them, taking this vaccine makes them feel safe. And so, as a wellness coach, I really try to encourage people that you have to kind of move with your own internal feelings, right? On certain situations. You can't go with the majority. You can't go with you have to go with your own personal feelings. And for me, it's something that I would not like to, I don't want to do at this moment, but however, I don't judge or have an opinion about someone else taking it.
Hmm. Do you think? I mean, I think at one time in the community, and I know coming up as a kid, my grandmother, always had some type of remedy that they created out from just the natural stuff around them on the farm and everything. And do you ever think that there's something out there that's naturally able to cure us of something like that, like this virus that we just haven't come across, like a plant or something like that?
Yes, I do
Mm-hmm.
believe that. I believe that we have, excuse me, I believe that we have everything we need here on earth to
Mm-hmm.
be healed and be whole. I believe that when we were created and we were designed by God, I believe that He created everything on the earth, right, for us to be healed of every type of sickness. And I do think that there's something out there. I mean, I have been taking sea moss. I make sea moss actually, and I've been taking sea moss every single day. Um, since the pandemic, I give it to my children. I put it in their applesauce. And I do think there are a lot of things in the world, plants and things that we may not know about, or even that's right outside in our backyard, and we just have
Mm-hmm.
not come across it. And so I do think that for me, I like to take those approaches on things. Get some elderberry, get some sea moss, do some, eat healthy, right? Eat fruits and vegetables, like the things that were created for us to heal us. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yes, I do believe that I think that there is something on this earth for every single disease and sickness that we have in the
Mm-hmm.
world.
Yeah, I said it because a while back through a networking event, online networking event, I met a sister from Florida, and she's into wellness, okay, and she's into herbs and things of that nature. And her and her husband they had this. I would say it's probably like a quarter acre of plants, of
Wow.
different plants, and she could tell you what each plant could do. And I was like amazed, So
Yes.
they were like really into the herbal plants and the herbal healing and stuff, for different ailments in the body. They had about a quarter acre of nothing but different kinds of plants. She said,
Wow.
her and I were talking. about this one plant that's like her husband makes in the morning into like a type of tea. And she said it's the nastiest tasting stuff in the world, but it helps you out. It works on the body. So yes, there are. I agree with you. There are. Mother Nature has a whole lot of stuff out here that we can use. If we just work with it and everything. So she was trying to drum up more business for her and her husband's business in that area of herbal healing and taking herbal foods and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, that's something. Okay, okay, that's I just want to get your feedback on it as a wellness coach.
Yeah.
To see how you felt about it. Now, let me see. I think we've kind of touched on it, but for the Black community, how important is wellness? Because going back, looking over the years, we really haven't been a community that took care of ourselves when it came to wellness, exercising, eating right, and things of that nature. So, how important is it to our community that we do the right thing when it comes to our health?
I think that it is actually the most important thing to our community. I think that in our community, we've got lost in so many things. And we think that we need more money. We think sometimes that we need more clothes, a bigger house, a better job.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel we need more wellness, right? Because when the mind and the body and the soul is alignment, there is nothing that you cannot achieve, right? Health is wealth. I know we say it like it's a cliche, but it's real. It's real. Like health is wealth. And the more you feel good mentally, the more you feel good in your emotions, the more you feel good in your soul, the more you're at a better position, right, to go out and thrive for your passions and your goals and wealth and creating generational wealth for your families. Our families will be stronger if we really delved into wellness and decided to be more happy and have more joy and more peace. And so I believe that if wellness really exploded and expanded in our communities, we'll see a big difference in family and money and entrepreneurship and business in so many areas if we learn to be well. Because to be honest with you, what you eat and what you digest and what you put in your body, it actually dictates how you're going to feel. What you're thinking, it's going to dictate your actions, right? And so it all works together in one. And that's why TRIUNE Transformations, the wellness center, it's mind, body, and soul. It's that 1 in 3. We are one body, but there's three parts: our mind, our body, and our soul. And once all those things are in alignment, you really live your best life, and you live the abundant life that God offers.
Okay, gosh, you got some good stuff there. You got some good stuff there. So, how can people follow up and learn more about what you're doing? Do you have a website that people can go to?
I do. The website is triunetransformations.com. We also have an Instagram page, TRIUNE Transformations. The my brand name, She Speaks. We also have, I believe it's She Still Speaks on Instagram. I also have a page there where I just offer motivational and encouragement words, things that encourage me. So those are the ways that you can follow us.
Okay. And where can people purchase your book?
So my book is on Amazon. It's on Amazon. I also ship them, but you can go on Amazon. And I'm up there. It's The Secret Sin: Confessions of a Church Girl. I'm on ebook, and you can purchase the hard copy. And if you want to give me a call, inbox me or DM me, I can
Mhm.
always ship to you as well.
Okay, good. That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. So, look, my viewers, we've been talking to Natalie Bullock tonight. She's a
Mhm.
transformation coach and a wellness coach, and she's dropped some good nuggets on us tonight. One of the things we really need to be concerned with in any community, not just the Black community, in any community, we need to be concerned about our health and what we eat and what we put in our bodies, how we exercise, how we motivate ourselves to take care of ourselves. So having someone, especially for you ladies, having someone that can help you transform into the me that you want to be and help you with your wellness as far as your eating and stuff, that's a good thing. So Natalie, I really want to thank you for being with us tonight. I know we got off to a late start, but I do appreciate you being with us tonight. And for our listeners and viewers, if you want to come back for the hard stuff tomorrow night, where we talk the politics, come back with us tomorrow night on Real World on Hot Topics Talk TV, and hit the show Real World News TV, where myself and my co-host Sherry Ann Taffet will be talking about resource cops and the police officers in our schools, and whether or not we really need them. Okay, because there's some issues about the country where the resource officers have been rough on our kids the last couple of weeks. And the thing is, do we really need them in our schools? So again, I'm going to thank Natalie Bullock for being with us tonight. And I would like to thank those who tuned in to this show tonight. I appreciate it. I want everybody to be safe, wear your mask, take care of yourself, and I'll see you next Monday night on Urban Sentinel Live. Take care and good night. Take care, Natalie.
Take care. Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.